You know, Maryland, we talk about we defend, we rebound, and we run. And then we have a ton of fun doing it.
If you came to groove, there's no reason to prove. And now you've got yourself something funky.
Going my way. University of Maryland. Today's first round game features the Bucknell Bison and the Maryland Terps.
When you talk about to be able to get to the top, you have to do what? You have to work, right? You have to work to get to the top. All right. Yep.
Name is Bob Johnson. Been an announcer here, one of the public address announcers here at the University of Maryland for the past 8 years. I'm a 1983 graduate of the University of Maryland. So to be able to announce their sports, quite frankly, is a dream come true. But to see all of those competitors go at it is outstanding for me to watch. Before the game, I do get a little nervous, but it's just like preparing for anything. Your heart starts racing. You just have to calm yourself down. As long as you're prepared, everything is going to go well.
That's your first hit on the team. At the line for Maryland, Destiny Sluka.
Many people ask me if I have the best seat of the house, or many people say I wish I had your job, quite frankly.
For Maryland, number 3, Kylan Charles, and number 22, from Nutley, New Jersey, Blair Watson.
Well, as a Maryland alum and a Terrapin Club member, to pay me to watch Maryland sports is actually a pretty good gig to have. So, you know, if I weren't on the sideline announcing Maryland, chances are I'd be in the stands watching Maryland. The hardest part, not that it's rocket science, but it's actually staying in the game. Because during the game, you're working with the official scorekeeper. You got to keep track of personal fouls, team fouls, who scored. And then when there's a dead ball, you are immediately working for the marketing representative to do those reads during a dead ball. So you're constantly working each side. The point is you're constantly working. So for 2 hours, you're constantly on. Really, as a public address announcer, getting the pronunciations, especially during the lineups, correct. You want them to know what it feels like to have their name announced over the loudspeaker and correctly.
But before Bob Johnson can begin his introduction of the starting lineups, the Terrapins go through a process of precision and planning that begins at every practice and leads right up until tip-off. Asia Ellison has the story.
We are a team that comes together at every practice in the same way.
You know, Lainey gets me thinking about, you know, as we wrap up and she starts talking, let's go, the energy that she's talking about. So I want to talk about consistency, okay? And we've spent time talking about it, but what it looks like.
We end every shoot around the same manner. Someone has to make a drop from half court. For pregame, SWK has her standard chewable meal.
What we're doing. Again, we spent a lot of time talking about 2s are better than 3s. Trans D, close out long.
Our pregame is precise, clapping it down to tip off.
Turn up, East. Turn me up, East. Yeah, East.
And one for one heartbeat. One. Terps on three. 1, 2, 3. Terps. Once we hit the tunnel, it's time to let loose. So Brianna, tell us about this song. How do how did it come about?
Well, I don't know. I just thought it was a catchy song. Last year they used to play it before the starting five came off the bench. And I was just like feeling the song. So I would like sing it in the games. I don't really know the words, but I'll try to, sing the words and get to the high pitch, so everybody can hear my voice.
So I've always wanted to be able to knock it down like you do. So can you give me some tips or anything?
I think it's just a me thing. I don't think
It's just a you think I can.
I don't think.
No, it didn't work. That didn't work. Do you think you can perform it for the camera?
I have to have the music with me. I don't really know the words, so I improvise.
And finally, we put the time into making our introductions memorable.
Now get on your feet, it's time to meet the Maryland Terps. At guard on 6'1" freshman from Westhaven, Maryland, number 3,
Oh, I think before the first game, we were just like, we got to create handshakes before the game. So me and Kai, we were just thinking, and then we just started doing stuff with our hands, and then boom, we just made a handshake. I'm not good at handshakes, but she helped me just make up one that, I think is fun and cool.
At guard for Maryland, up on the 7th freshman from Louisiana. At guard, up on 9 junior from Solon, Ohio, number 12, Preston.
So a lot of people have these weird, extravagant handshakes, and very much so I wanted to find something that fit me. And so we went with kind of faking people out, thinking it was going to be one of those big time intros, and then just ending with a classic handshake, because that's very much who I am. So we felt like that really represented me and that would be perfect.
Defense, your rebound, let's go! Hey, play hard on 3, 1, 2, 3! Play hard!
Once the seniors were done with the introductions, they introduced themselves to Bucknell by scoring the game's first 20 points. A great crowd was on hand to support the first round win. For one young Turtle fan, she had a chance to meet her big brother Testudo.
At the line for Bucknell,
I love your costume.
What do you think, Claire? Are you Brenda's husband?
Yeah.
This is Coach B's husband. Those little boys?
That's her dad.
How old are you? Where can I get a costume like that? Do they make them in my size? Here, you want to get a picture with her? Grown-ups? Hey, Kalea, tell him who's on your wall. Who's on your wall?
He's on,
Who's the poster of?
Ray.
Who's the poster of that you said you wanted to play for so many times?
Oh, Brenda Freeze.
That's right.
love it. You know what? I have pictures of her in my house too.
I love that poster. Thank you for coming today. I love your costume. What's your name?
Clea, Grace Kalani, just call it Clea.
Okay. I hope you come back to another game. We've been to lots of games. Love it.
That's impossible.
No.
There's not one game.
way.
A zero?
No way.
Impossible. I want to go to that game.
After the game, a season-low 5 turnovers was something everyone could feel good about.
So we were the first game to tip off
rotation.
in the whole tournament. Sounds kind of cool. We were the first game of the whole
We
tournament.
set the tone.
We'll be the last one.
Oh, yeah.
That was deep. That was deep.
That was great. You should use that in there. It works.
And then there's the recent expansion in the headgear department when it comes to recognition.
A little bit by accident, we were on a road trip at Michigan State, and we thought we didn't bring the necessary supplies, and so we went out and bought the Ninja and the Firefighter to kind of replace the hard hat. But then before the game started, I found all the equipment that the managers had packed that we were unaware of. So kind of funny, but then we said when we got into postseason with the Big Ten tournament and NCAAs, we were going to layer it a little bit more. And so it's been a fun dynamic to be able to layer. The firefighter is really someone who's caught fire, shooting more than likely, maybe big presence. And then the ninja represents the turtle, the fighting turtle, and anything that we see, whether it be from an energy standpoint, defensively, with what's going on. So just, representing Maryland.
Thanks. She helped me out, and it embodies the Terp. And it's just going out there fighting hard, no matter if your shot's hitting or not, just like playing hard regardless, and just playing for the team,
Consistent. Just keep that turtle thing, right?
Yeah, the turtle thing.
I like that one.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
I hope today they show that they deserved a #1 seed and crush West Virginia.
So I keep coming because they're a great team. Every year in and year out, they're national competitors. They play a dynamic, fast style, which is exciting, and it's sort of edge of your seat to see whether or not how they're gonna do in the year.
All season long, we've talked about when we play to our Maryland standard, it does not matter what any team does to us, they can't match us. You impose your will on the defensive end with your communication, with how we're guarding, man, zone, get them frustrated.
Throughout the year, there has been an emphasis on improving as a team defensively. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough even joked at one point she's been working on it for 3.5 years. The cumulative result produced perhaps the best defensive quarter of the year. This sequence between Destiny Slocum and Kyla Charles shows you a good indication from end to end.
Plays defense, and that's the thing. I don't yell at people for what they do on the offensive end. I yell at people for what they don't do on the defensive end.
Destiny Slocum with a great leaping catch to deflect the pass. Here's Kyla Charles. Slocum feeding Charles down low. It's a
And that same intensity continues to play out on the very next possession when Kristen Confoy closes out West Virginia as the Terps held the Mountaineers to just 8 points in the second quarter.
Assists this afternoon. Ball is loose and Destiny's diving for it. Conroy will get it one-on-one for Kristen Conroy in the bucket. What's up, number 12?
One thing fans have grown accustomed to this season are the last-second buzzer beaters by Destiny Slocum. But even all of them couldn't quite prepare you for what happened at the end of the half.
Holy smokes! Destiny Slocum with a huge bucket right before the half, and Maryland can ride that shot into the locker room with a lead on West Virginia. She shot that one from Washington, D.C.
She just flung the ball to the basket.
It's like a dart, like.
Thank you.
What you saying? What you saying, Jess? What you saying right there?
I saw her practice that at the Big Ten tournament in Butler Fieldhouse or Hinkle Fieldhouse, and they were throwing overhead shots, and the rest of the girls could barely get it halfway there, but she could get it to the basket. And I think, ask her if she was practicing that shot for that moment right there, but that did not surprise me.
I was practicing that shot at the Big Ten tournament. I didn't make any. Kiera was making them all, and so I had to give all my credit to Kiera because she's my mentor, she's my coach.
What got you to practice that in particular? So, instead of a half-court shot or a normal...
I think because I'm so inconsistent with throwing it like this, and I just feel a lot stronger just throwing it like that. And I could throw it farther, so it worked out better.
Did you surprise yourself?
Yes, I did. I was in shock. I was really in shock. Rich shock. I was like, everyone was rushing me. I was like, why not? Just kind of throw it up. That's what was in my head. Just kind of throw it up, see what happens. And watching that thing was crazy. I was in shock. I'm still.
Hey, that's her range.
By the Tar Heel men's basketball team against Arkansas. And number 1, women's hoops, West Virginia, Maryland. Destiny Slocum, three-quarter court at the end of the second quarter, going to halftime. Just put over your head and heave it. Maryland by 27.
We start this hour with our top buzzer beater, NCAA Women's Tournament. Maryland, West Virginia, off a West Virginia-made basket. Here we go. Wait, I was not expecting that. Destiny Slocum, overhead from like 67 feet away. And she can't believe it. You're right. It's not the first time Maryland's had a three-quarter court shot.
Stop. That's a little bit more of a natural basketball shot.
Yeah,
that was like
she
over.
Had the flow going, yeah.
You know how strong you have to be to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're showing it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Here is Slocum on that shot.
I mean, I practice that all the time, and I never make it. And shoot around and practice, I never make it. And they're like, you're really strong. You should try it in the game. So today I was like, I'm not even going to do this. I'm just going to throw it, and it went in.
That's hilarious.
Practice next week.
Yeah. Look at this. Am I on the ESPN Instagram?
Oh, you're on Sports Center.
You're on Sports Center tonight.
You have to be number one. Sports Center, too. I am strong. Dang.
Look at that.
I am strong.
Look at that.
I didn't think I was gonna try.
Look at that. Guys, you're like one just. She had 19.
Maybe this will give me a really, really cute boyfriend. Yeah, I want a girl who can hit half-court shots out. No, that might scare him away. She's like,
It's been a great afternoon if your name's Destiny.
Hey, it's Terps on the train, Terps on the train. Everyone found a way to enjoy this trip to the Sweet 16.
Your teammates were in love with it, but from the outside world, you get a text or anything from friends or anything saying, wow, what a shot you hit.
And I think everyone was just kind of amazed, just kind of shocked, just as like I was, that I actually went in. And so I think that that's the whole feel.
Have you hit a shot like that ever before at any level, like high school or AAU or anything?
I've never hit a shot like that at all, ever from that far, not even close.
In practice, you goof around, do half-court shots at all, or?
Yeah, I never make one though.
Is this your first train ride too?
Yeah.
So tell me about it so far.
I mean, it's way better than being on a plane. It's a lot more room. You have Wi-Fi, plugs. You can really do anything. It's like a car ride. An added bonus. I don't know. It's cool because you get to see everything. Like we're going through New York City right now. So it's pretty cool.
It's cool. I'm very spacious in here. Got my own like little cubby. It's great.
It's a good deal.
I've got a lot of work done, so it's been great.
You know, it's all about giving them different experiences, and when we can do that through basketball and through our travel different ways, you know, I look at the fact that, you know, this may be the one and only opportunity for some of our girls to ever ride a train. And so if we can give them that experience and, hey, let it be through the NCAA tournament, let's do it.
What's your reaction to taking the train? How do you feel about it?
I love the train. I mean, I do it a lot for recruiting when I have to go up to New York City. I never drive up to New York City. Made that rookie mistake my freshman year, my first year, I should say, when I came to Maryland and drove in there and and never again. And so, you know, I've really been able to ride the train a lot.
It's been a lot of fun. Didn't realize how comfy the seats were and everything, and it's just cool to have another new experience checked off the list.
Way to communicate. There you go. Good. Knock shots down. Knock shots down. Good. High up. Good shot, mate. There you go. Nice shots.
This is tough. Yeah. So I try to do it at every place. Something different.
The next day, the Terps would practice, and it was a reality check to truly enjoy and appreciate every minute you get in your playing or coaching career.
Yesterday's someone's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyla. Happy birthday to you. Here we go. Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together.
So he brought in 4 Fairfield soccer players used to that throwing style, and they tried the shot, tried to duplicate what Destiny did. Angus, Diego, Tommy, and Jack, and someone named Doris as well got in the act, sort of. Oh! It left the grow. Look at Holly Rowe here, waiting for it to bounce.
Well, I think you could say this. In my 15 years at Maryland and all the years that I've coached, I've never had a player do what Destiny Slocum did before half of the West Virginia game. And I think, what makes it so unique, I mean, she obviously stepped and threw it like you were going to throw it into a soccer goal, all right, which is a lot bigger. But when you really understand the basketball cylinder and what it's like having to nail a putt, from a football field length. I mean, when you talk about what she was able to do. One, I mean, also just how strong she is. I mean, there's not, I think, many women or men that could throw it that distance and then have the exact timing to be able to put it in the cylinder of the hoop like she did. So I'm not sure I'll ever see one again until, by the time I retire. Yeah, it's like Destiny's shot. Yeah. Good. Good job. Snap your wrist, step and snap. Do that again. Step and snap. There you go. Step and snap. During the season, there's a lot of sacrifices that my boys have to give up where they don't get to have mom around a lot. So, it's always important to my husband, Mark, and I that, when we can, in these moments that are incredibly special, that we bring them along. And so just to have these light moments around such, a lot of pressure-packed moments, but to have them feel it and be a part of it, there's nothing better. Huddle, I talked about that at some point here with what's remaining, it's going to be our last time we circle up. And how much further do you want it to go? How hard are you willing to dig? It's important for us to remember what got us here and just being true to who we are. And every round you advance, it's the great teams that continue to do what they do best are the teams that continue to move each round.
Hey, get better on three. 1, 2, 3.
Get better.
On the next and final Under the Shell of 2017, we'll take a look back at this exciting season and a peek ahead to next year. We thank you all very much for watching.